Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I figured I'd jump on here really quick. I had a really cool interaction yesterday at my house. A buddy of mine, Greg Boyle's company, came out and they were putting Christmas lights up. And, I happened to swing home as they were putting the things up. And as always, man, if I got somebody at my house, I'm going to run out there and, get to know them, have a conversation, this, that, and the other. Well, one of the guys that was putting up the Christmas lights was a young dude, 22 years old. And this is actually, the first day with the company putting up the lights. And as we got to talking, as the question always happens, he asked me, he's like, dude, what do you do for a living? So, I told him, I'm a success coach. I just really help badasses kick more ass in life. And he got really inquisitive, right? And he started asking me a lot of questions. And then, it kind of got to the big questions, things like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And those stuff. And I was getting really proud that he was asking these questions. And, like I always do with anybody who starts asking those questions, I start grilling back, especially when he asked the question, he's like, what advice would you give somebody like me? And I'm like, oh, well, that's a great question. If you're really asking, then let's go. And he said, all right, let's go. And, granted, this guy was supposed to be wrapping the Christmas lights around my house. But what we talked about was, what does he really want to do? What does he want to be? And, it come to find out that he wanted to be a cargo pilot. For cargo planes, and he had talked to a couple of Air Force guys about what it'd be like to go after the whole pilot thing in that direction, but they told him, now the new stick is if he wants to go that route, it'd be 10 years, and he's like, dude, 10 years in the military, and, me being me, I asked his temperament, because I'm thinking, hell, you should go to the Marine Corps if you want to be a damn pilot, and, he's pretty much self-proclaimed he's kind of a candy ass, so I'm like, okay, don't go to the Marine Corps, that's not the route for you. But I talked to him, the Air Force, you could do something, you defend your country, the whole 9 yards, but you also get to learn a tangible skill set, and he just wasn't having it. So I said, well, what are you doing to get around other pilots? Talking to these guys, I'm like, in the Fort Worth area, there's a ton of cool small airports that, if I were in your shoes, I'd just walk up and just start talking to the different pilots in the different hangars. And, never thought about this stuff. And, we talked particularly about, Hicks Airfield, which is out off in Saginaw area. But out there, there's like 40 hangars out there that the doors are just up. I mean, he could walk the whole strip and start walking into these places and just start shaking hands with the guys. And I'm like, hell, if I'm in your shoes, I'm 22 years old, I live at home with mom and dad, I'm going to go offer to work for these guys for free. I mean, even if I got to sweep the damn floor just so I can get immersed in that whole atmosphere and get to know these guys. I'm like, if that you don't want that idea and you need to make a few bucks, hell, there's a burger joint out there. You can go see if you can wait tables, and now you're around all these guys who are doing the things you want to do, and hell, you might, get lucky and somebody says, hey, let me take you up in a plane. And, so sometimes you tell people these type of things and you think, all right, cool, whatever. But I told him, one of my buddies, Lieutenant Colonel Mitch Bell, everybody calls him Taco Bell, is a pilot for American Airlines. And if you want to meet him, I'd be happy to make an introduction. But I told him he had to call me today. And I really didn't think he would. But later that night, dude, he sent me an email, said, hey, I followed all your stuff. I've downloaded some things. I like some of the things you do. He goes, I really appreciate it. And by the way, here's a quote from, what I learned from our conversation yesterday. He goes, I'll call you sometime tomorrow. And freaking, thanks, Megan. When you get a chance, if you make the introduction, and sure as shit, dude, he called me today. And said, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm out at the Arlington airport talking to the guys there, walking in. He goes, if I can't get any traction here, I'm going to head to Meacham, talk to the guys there. If I don't get anything from there, then I'm going to head over to the Hicks Airfield like you said, and I'm already hooking him up with Mitch as well to go get that conversation. But most times we have dreams and passions and we don't immerse ourselves in the world to find out if that's really our shtick and that's really what I want to do. So, man, take it from a 22-year-old kid trying to discover his world out is if you want to do something, you want to be something, man, go get in your world. Go immerse yourself in it, and you'll be amazed with what turns up going along the way. And then the second thing is Megan put down there about being a connector, man, is part of your game in life and world is connecting other people together. Man, Zig Ziglar said it best. You help enough people get what they want, and you get what you want. You know, so if you can open doors for other people, you know, shit just starts happening. So, you know, just want to jump on here real quick, tell everybody, you know, that fun story. If you need a great Christmas light company, these guys were phenomenal in what they did for my house. Hell, I even put them on freaking timer, so I ain't gonna touch shit, which is perfect for me because I'm not your handyman maintenance guy. So if you need any of that stuff, let me know. But guys, thanks for watching, Chad. Good seeing you, brother. And, you know, if I can do anything for you guys, help out in any way, let me know. Otherwise, run like hell, guys. Talk to you soon. Later.